Are you listening?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Running Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Big Mike. I am joined, as always, by my brother, Sped Rock. What's going on, Sped Rock?
Man, I was dancing while the music was going. I got a little out of breath. I need to do some push-ups.
I can still see you dance. They can't, which is unfortunate. Like,
I
we're
know,
both dancing during the intro, which is the funny part. And only we can see it because you guys see the intro. Obviously, we appreciate you guys watching the intro. It's a lot of fun. But we're sitting here jamming in the background. So maybe we should do that one time and just like play the music and not have the intro, and it's just us dancing as the intro.
Oh my god!
Then nobody would probably watch us. So that
would because it's worse than Bluey dancing. Yeah, you see the Bluey dancers like, yeah, me and you were really like, yeah, this is a party.
Yeah, it more reminds me of like the old school Charlie Brown dance where they're all just doing like one move over and over again.
Yeah,
kind of that thing. That's kind of Mike and Sped dancing. If we ever get like together in real life, like in person, we should do a TikTok dance like that together. And it's the Mike and Sped dance or the Sped Mike. We'll do Sped and Mike. I like it better.
Yeah, would be viral.
You always got to put the star first, so you got to put Sped first.
What?
The star comes first. But anyway, you never answered how you were doing. What's going on? Everything good?
Sinuses are messing up. You know, my left side feels like a badoosh right now. The whole behind the scenes, man. It felt like it felt like a balloon back here. It sucked, but how are you doing?
We learned behind the scenes that he is no longer known as Sped. He will now be Sniffleupagus.
Sniffleupagus. I even messed that one up.
You did, and I God love you for it. We can't get started without our loyal listeners and watchers from the behind the scenes and so on. First off, Lady Alpha, who's getting a yeet flag for her pod. Make sure you go subscribe to the Wrestling Divas podcast.
Already did.
They are up to 20. That was 22, 23 last time I saw it. Make sure we get them to 50 so they can go live, so they can do cool shows like this. And I'm sure they will surpass us. We are at 209 right now. Go subscribe to us too. If you're watching it, you enjoy what you see, enjoy these two weird guys talking wrestling. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the notification bell where you know we go live. You can always count on us going live every Thursday night. Right now, we are at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, as you guys see. Yeah, you'll catch us anytime we go live. We're going to be doing some special shows that Sped doesn't know about that he's about to learn about tonight, next week for SummerSlam, because I have not told him yet because life's been a little crazy.
It's all good.
So we have that.
All brakes, no gas over here, brother. All brakes, no gas.
We do have SummerSlam predictions coming up next week. We are booking guests for that right now. We have just like we did for WrestleMania, we have our the Running Wrestling Podcast explains SummerSlam, where we have our two resident newbies. I say newbies. They used to watch, but they're very casual fans. Herb and Raj from the Herb and Raj Podcast. They're going to be on. That is going to be next Friday night, around 8:00 Eastern, 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern. So make sure you guys tune into that. We will go over all the matches that are there for SummerSlam. It's actually the night before SummerSlam, so everything should be ready to go. All the matches should be on the card, so we can talk about all of them. Irvin and Raj will give their predictions. If you didn't see it last time, go back and watch the WrestleMania. We called it WrestleMania for Dummies at the time, which is actually what they call it.
That was awesome.
But yeah, definitely check that out. And the only way you know that one time we're going to go live on anything we do is to hit that notification bell. It'll give you a little notification every time we go live, every time we make out a video, anything like that. We will round out TC, who is also in our behind the scenes, all gas, no breaks, and the roll tide, the high tide,
low tide.
Something. And yes, please do all the things both for our podcast and for the Wrestling Divas podcast. Also for Kicking At It 2. They have a podcast every Tuesday night at 8:00. Make sure you go subscribe to them as well. A proud member of Chair Shot Sports Media Group. I'm so excited. I didn't do that read. We are powered by Glitch Energy. You see the little cup down there. All all kidding aside, I've got to get some more Glitch because I'm running a little low. So
Same
we are
here.
powered by Glitch and a proud member of the Chairshot Sports Media Group.
Kicking out of Tusa. They got a great GM mode on their Twitch. When I go over on their Twitch a lot, definitely you guys are killing it over there, and just keep doing what you're doing. I like that GM mode stuff. They got some crazy fancy bookings, and it's awesome to watch it live out. Some of those, it's like, all right, what's up?
Yep, definitely check them out after our show. It's 8:00 Central over on the Kicking Attitude Twitch.
Oklahoma's finest.
They will do the GM and get glitchy with it. Hell yeah. What's up, Isaiah? Proud member of the Run-In Wrestling community, the RIWC, as I like to call it, which is a lot better than just the IWC, because we don't have any toxicity. There's none of that tribalism, none of that crap, which is why you're here. Let's be honest. There's a lot of negative on the internet, which we have seen over the past few days, especially a lot today, as a matter of fact, as well, with some stuff that we'll talk about here in just a second. But that's not who we are. It's not what we're about. We're here to kind of bridge that gap between AEW, WWE, TNA, whatever you guys watch. We're here for. We just love wrestling, man, and hopefully you guys do too. Hopefully that's why you're checking us out.
Hey, it's the resident encyclopedia up in this bitch. We need to get him up in here.
I'm sure he will be along. He's got some other stuff going on, I'm sure. But yeah, he is talking about Stampede, who we will put in here as soon as he gets in. Usually joins us every week. Who is our wrestling encyclopedia, gives us all the knowledge that we don't know about everything else in the world of wrestling.
Yeah, that dude's definitely helped me out.
Yeah, 100%. Well, it's been a huge week. Obviously, we're in between PLEs, pay-per-views, whatever you want to call it. TNA just had Slammiversary last week, which was a really cool show. You had the biggest weekend in wrestling, maybe history. The weekend before that, with All In, Evolution, Saturday Night Main Event, and Great American Bash. As you see on the thumbnail, we are on the road to SummerSlam. I almost said Slammiversary again. But yeah, 100%. I'm not sure who that is. The Mike Tenay of the Chairshot community. Okay. But obviously some big news coming out over the past couple of days about two legendary figures that do have wrestling ties. Obviously, yesterday we heard of the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, who is not only a music icon, a TV icon with the reality shows that they've had, but also a wrestling icon. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame for a lot of different contributions, both on screen and in the music realm for WWE. Unfortunately, he passed away yesterday. So definitely our thoughts to his family, and I mean just a ton of legendary stuff. Black Sabbath, his solo career, all the television appearances with him and his entire family. Oddly enough, I was watching a TV show earlier today before he came on air after I got home, and it was a baking show. Small fact about me, I love baking shows, and his son Jack Osbourne was one of the judges on there, and I was like, wow, that's weird today. Definitely, definitely a passing of a legend. What are your fond memories of just things that you've seen from Ozzy Osbourne?
Oh man, all right. So I remember my uncle talking about going to Ozfest one year and getting to see Ozzy and stuff, and he made him sound like he was larger than life up on stage. Which that was the character of Ozzy anyway. He was larger than life. I will always hear about stories about how he performed better than a lot of people, but not better than Freddie Mercury. Of all people. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got Freddie Mercury, one of the greatest singers, artists of all time, and you got Ozzy, who's the Prince of Darkness. I don't know how those two are in the same damn category, but my family puts it there.
They're both rock legends, so I mean they are both in the same category. So
they are rock legends. But like one of the things I read today was Hurricane Helms. He tweeted out yesterday or today it was talking about how everybody was reminded when Ozzy was there, hey, this is a PG show. Watch what you say out there. you know, and Ozzy, the first thing that he says on there, "What's up, motherfuckers?" You know, like, okay, how do we go from here? You know?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely in his own world a lot of times, probably the
Yeah.
best way to
Oh
say it.
yeah. Yeah.
Which is one of the things that made him so entertaining. You know, I saw a lot of the reality show that he put out. You know, some of my family really loves like reality television stuff like that. I do too. I can't really lie. So, but yeah, definitely. I never saw him in concert, but I've definitely, you know, over the years hearing his music, and even in the wrestling realm. I mean, he's done. You know, obviously you think of War Games. You know, the theme
Yeah.
song for War Games has
Yeah.
been,
Yeah.
you know, been in that realm for a while now. So definitely sad to see him pass.
Yep.
And then today, in full disclosure, we had a full 10 bell salute ready to go for Ozzy. Thanks to Vinny from Suds Media from the Chair Shot
Yep.
Sports Media Group.
Thank you.
You will see it across all Chair Shot. 10 bell salute for Ozzy Osbourne. But then we got the news earlier today that that wrestling legend in really one of the first icons in wrestling, I would say, has passed away in Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And we're not the podcast that's going to go into the personal issues and everything he had. Obviously, you can go read up on those on Twitter if you want to, or look it up. Um, but as a wrestling icon, he was really the first person
Yep.
that made wrestling a national thing. You know,
Made it fun to watch.
before Vince and Hulk Hogan, everything was
Yeah.
regional because
Yeah.
obviously everything was kind of in their own little bubble. It was Vince McMahon turning the WWF into what it was, and then really having the figurehead of Hulk Hogan during that time, really propelled wrestling into the forefront of an American culture that really blew up.
Yep.
And then a few years later, jumped ship and then changed it again with the
Yeah.
NWO and WCW and everything he did there. So definitely, you can't talk about the history of wrestling without mentioning the name Hulk Hogan. And so, in that respect, we definitely lost a true legend of the business, somebody who changed the world of wrestling. Wrestling isn't what it is today without Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
So, prayers to his family, thoughts to
Yep.
his family and friends. I know a lot of outpour from the wrestling community online, both positive and negative, as we mentioned, have been pouring out
Yep.
from every orifice of Twitter. But again, in a wrestling context, what do you remember most of Hogan? Is it the original yellow and blue? Is it the black and white?
It's the black and white. And I got to see Hogan as a child in the black and white in the dome, in the Georgia Dome, numerous of times when he was in WCW. I lived in Atlanta, right down the road from the dome, you know, as a child. Esteban did as well. We're all right down the road, you know, we're right there. And, you know, like I said, I was there when Hogan lost to Goldberg for the WCW championship, a World Heavyweight Championship. I was there when Hogan and Nash and Hall were all kicking everybody's ass as the NWO. I was there when they went to WWE, you know, during that little run that they had right there before he went back to the red and yellow. You know, look, I said it on X. We don't have to celebrate his life, but we should celebrate the man, the legend of Hulk Hogan. We don't have to celebrate Terry. We can celebrate Hulk Hogan himself, the immortal. He like you said, he changed the game. He's got he
Twice.
Nash and twice, and you're right. If it wasn't for him, Nash and Hall, there wouldn't be an AEW, a TNA, or anything like that in the United States. It would have been strictly WWE, or you know, something else that bought out Vince back in then, or maybe wrestling doesn't even happen. You know, look, say your prayers and everything. That went a long prayer. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers, whatever. That went a long way for a long time. And then here comes the 90s. He took that and he said, screw all that. I'm the bad guy. And then he revolutionized the game again, you know? And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today with AEW, TNA, you know, New Japan. Yes, I get it. He ruined WCW. He also helped ruin TNA, but did TNA fully falter? No. they're rising from the ashes like the phoenix, right? And Hogan may or may not have to play in that with the whole Real American Wrestling thing, because nobody's going to watch that.
And you guys in the comments are saying it best. I mean,
Ugh.
obviously we remember the career and the legacy of Hulk Hogan, not necessarily the life of Terry Bollea.
That's his last
and it's important. It's important to be able to separate those things in times like this for a lot of things. There have been a lot of figures in the history of everything, entertainment, politics, wrestling in general, any kind of entertainment. At some point, you have to separate the person that they are from the art that they create.
Exactly.
Not to get too much into it, but I always go to, like, one of my favorite entertainers of all time is Michael Jackson.
Oh, I love Michael
everybody
Jackson.
knows all his personal struggles and everything like that, but that doesn't stop the fact that he was probably the greatest entertainer of all time.
You ain't wrong.
In my opinion, he is the greatest of all time. So,
you ain't wrong.
At some point, you've got to be able to separate those two, and it's okay to remember the legacy that he created for something you love. And with us, we love professional wrestling, and like you said, professional wrestling is not what it is today without Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Without Hollywood Hogan.
I
with
think
those two characters revolutionized this business in 2 different decades. In the 80s, it made it into a national powerhouse into the mainstream. And then in the 90s, it created the competition for that mainstream media. And again, put it in a context of the world, not just, hey, we're not just a regional promotion where you go to Memphis and see all your favorite guys from Memphis, or New York to see all your favorite guys from New England,
Georgia State, Georgia Championship Wrestling. Yep.
It is a global empire because of the steps Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon took 40 years ago.
Yep. You're right. And we got there's some messed up people out there, but hey, that's the world. You can't please everybody. But no, you guys are right. I was gonna start talking about some of those. You're right about that, Michael, from kicking at it too. And then I think I saw something from Isaiah as well. He said something that looked good. But yeah, Hogan definitely changed the game. And I will never forget that WrestleMania. It gave me chills. It really did. It was Hogan versus Rock, and it gave me so much chills. Hearing the people, sold out arena chant Rocky Hogan, and you both of them were like, "What the hell?" You can see them the first 5 minutes, like, "Is this really the hell is going on here?"
They've had interviews. And Rock has done interviews where that match changed.
Oh yeah, it did.
Like, they were supposed to go in, and The Rock was the face, and Hogan was the heel. And during that match, with the chants going and everything, they made the call themselves, like, "Hey, this isn't going to work.
Nope.
We've got to flip this thing on its head because they're not going to quit cheering Hulk Hogan."
Yep.
And even though The Rock was one of the biggest faces in the company, he was going to get booed that day. So and shout out to them. And again, we talk about, Hogan running TNA in the ground, which is 100% true.
Yes.
There's no arguing that point. Egos got in the way, all kinds of other stuff.
Yep.
But the wrestling mind of him and The Rock to be able to make that flip right then and there on the biggest stage in the world at the time of wrestling.
Yeah.
And put out probably one of the best sports entertainment spectacles ever. I'm not going to call it the greatest professional wrestling match because, let's be honest, it's not that.
No.
But yeah, to be able to do that on a dime just shows why at one point in time he was one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, I bet Sean feels like an ass now for botching that whole match. What up, Herb? How you doing, my man?
I don't think he does.
I know he doesn't. I know.
Sean's. And
hey,
you heard him say it. There's Herb from the Herb and Raj podcast mentioned earlier. They will be on with us next Friday night for SummerSlam preview show with those guys. And 100%, make sure everybody wish Mama Ragsdale a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mama Ragsdale, from your favorite son, Big Mike. Always love
Nick.
there.
I'm Sped. Okay,
This is our friend Sped down there.
Hi.
Hopefully Mama Ragsdale and Papa Ragsdale are doing great.
Yeah. Good thoughts going that way. Good thoughts.
Well, we're not still used to the new time either, Herb. It's an adjustment. So
It is. I was kind of late showing up to the behind the scenes meeting.
the pre-production meeting.
Oh man.
There's that. What's up, Aiden? Aiden in the house as well.
That's not my Aiden.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, sometimes that has to happen. Look, if you're at the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. So
That's
look
not
at it
true.
as a positive, Herb.
You can be stuck there forever.
Look, let the man dream. But look, we can go for an entire hour. You're talking about memories and everything about people who have passed and everything like that. But you guys are here for what's happened this week in wrestling. Obviously, those are two huge things that have happened this week in wrestling. But we obviously will get to the rest of them as well, each show. And again, a bunch of stuff happening. We are on the road to Slam. Again, almost said Slammiversary again. We are on the road to SummerSlam.
That's awesome.
I've been hanging out with you way too much. I can't get names right now.
You can't do it, man. You can't. All right. It's one of the things. All right. Just let it embrace you. Okay. Let it embrace you.
That's not necessarily true. But look, at some point you hit rock bottom.
Yeah, I mean,
they made a whole song. They've actually made a few songs about it, but still.
I don't think your credit score can go below 0, so I don't think it can go negative. So that's the plateau on rock bottom. Yeah,
that's true. Oh gosh. So starting off last Friday night, we had SmackDown. Pretty good SmackDown, from what I remember. I'm loving the 2-hour format. It flies by now.
Yes.
I've always said I love more wrestling. I'm never going to argue for less wrestling, so I'm not going to say I like it more. But the way they have streamlined it, if we could get a 3-hour version of SmackDown with the same kind of pace that we have on a 2-hour, I would be all for it.
Yeah.
But it seems like on a 3-hour, they tend to drag a lot of stuff along, which is really weird. So, I'm all for it. What do you think about the new 2-hour format now that we're a few weeks in?
No, I like it as well. But you're right about that. When they go 3 hours, it's weird. You know, they feel like, I feel like some of the promos are like, "Hey man, this is how I feel about you, Logan Paul." You know, that's how I feel like it goes. That's how. But now it's like, all right, let's go, let's fight.
Yeah,
yeah. And I like that better than what's going on. So yeah, I do like this 2-hour format better than a 3.
Yeah.
What up, Nate Dogg?
What's up, Nate? Welcome in. We appreciate you joining us. Again, a lot happened. We started out with the hit and run, I guess, or the car accident from the beginning. Obviously, Solo and pretty much everybody accused Jacob Fatu. It was a very funny, funny interaction between him and the fake cops, which were not very good fake cops. They
were terrible.
They need to find somebody better to play officers and things like that. But it was funny, which maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe they didn't want it to look too real. I guess with everything else going on in the world with real cops and things like that, they wanted to give it a very whimsical feel to it. So that's what I'm going to go with. And ultimately, we get our first big reveal from SmackDown on SummerSlam. I said it right this time. Is we are getting Solo and Jacob for the U.S. title in a steel flipping cage.
No, you.
And if that's where it goes to that, no matter how bad the security or the police officers were, take my money all day long, man. What do you think about the match coming up and kind of that segment altogether?
Okay, listen. First off, fuck them pretend cops. Okay, I was saying it the whole time on Friday. I was bashing the hell out of these pretend cops, just as bad as Jacob Fatu was, and I was on X doing it. Look, and Isaiah's right. That might be the best match of the whole damn weekend. In a steel cage. Look. How tall is Tonga? 7 foot? We said 6'8", 6'10", something like that. This dude's just gonna reach up and he's gonna pull himself up onto the top of the cage and just have to put a foot down. That's how tall this guy is. All right. we all thought Omos was tall. I'm pretty sure Omos looks like a midget to this dude. Like, good God.
Yeah, I think Omos is actually taller than him. I mean,
think Omos
they say he's
yeah.
almost 7 foot. Omos is legit over 7 feet.
Yeah, Omos is a tall son of a gun.
Yeah. Omos actually has the same, I guess, disease or whatever you want to call it as Andre did.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, go back and watch. He did an interview with Chris
Gigantism?
Van Vliet a few months ago now. And he talks. They actually caught that when he was in college. He was playing basketball in college, and one of the people at the university, I want to say it was like Florida Atlantic or something like that.
Yeah.
One of the doctors there actually saw it and sent his coach an email. And like his basketball coach brought him in the office and said, "Look, here's this doctor here. He's one of the doctors here at the university. We need to get you tested."
Oh, wow.
For this. And that's how he found out he had it. So he's had to have all kinds of surgeries and stuff like that. So he won't continue to grow at that rapid a pace. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's similar. I don't know if it's the exact same thing that Andre had, but it's something very similar. Like maybe the same thing.
Gigantism or something.
Gigantism or something
like
that.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to that match. I'm a big fan of Talatunga and a big fan of Moss. We all knew that. But yeah, no,
I'm a big fan of Solo and Jacob, which is why I'm excited for this match.
Oh, I am stupid excited for this match. Because think about it in this perspective. I saw this thing out there that said nobody in the 90s so far born in the 90s has won a major championship, like the World Heavyweight, WWE, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's
in
fine.
WWE, yeah.
In WWE. However, look at who's coming up from that. You got Solo, you got Jacob, you got freaking Braun, you got all these guys. The list goes on. Yeah, the list keeps going on, and it's like the future is in great hands.
And all that is more of the tribalism, because obviously when you see that post, it's got the picture of the 3 people who have won it in AEW who have been born before before in the 90s.
Yeah,
which is MJF, Hangman Page, and Swerve. So yeah, but what they don't mention is Chris Jericho has also been their champion, who was born in the 70s.
Yeah.
So let's not. Yes, we need to start trending a little younger in wrestling, but come on now.
Yeah,
if you look at the world champions of WWE, I'm not going to argue with any of them over the past 6 years.
Yeah, no.
Roman Reigns' reign may have went too long, but the Tribal Chief's reign
was freaking high.
Set the tone for the WWE over the past 5 years.
The only person I would say that if he got a title shot over a guy like Braun Breaker or, like an actual title reign, World Heavyweight, WWE, is LA Knight. That's the only guy I can say that I would have a problem with over all those.
We know you hate LA Knight. So yeah.
It's not the fact that I hate him. It's just the truth, man. You can't sit here and tell me that, it's just not a gimmick infringement to yes.
I mean, but it's no different than Yeet at this point.
I know. And that's why I'm like, Jesus Christmas, please stop. Please.
So.
I swear. No, yeah.
We also found out that, speaking of champions, we're not friends, and I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about Charlotte and Alexa are going to challenge for the tag team titles against the Judgment Day. I wasn't sure where they were going with this, but after the 4-way match they had at Evolution, and the pop that they got, and the fact that we were actually getting "We Want Charlotte" chants, I am glad they're keeping this team together. Yep. I know it had been rumored that it was going to be Alexa versus Charlotte at SummerSlam, and this to me is a million times better.
Yep.
Keep these two together. They are both 100% better together. That's my opinion. Do you agree with that? What do you think? And are you excited for that match as well?
Well, I'm excited for that match because now this match right here sets up if Raquel and Roxy lose to this makeshift tag team. When Liv comes back, she's going to be, no pun intended, she's going to be livid. She's going to be super nettled at the fact that her tag team championship is gone because of what she considers an outsider, and to a makeshift tag team, a tag team that shouldn't even be a tag team, But I like this story. I like where it's going. I love the fact that Charlotte in Atlanta got the love that she's been looking for since she got back, and you can tell
that she's deserved for years.
Yes, that too. Yes, and I'm glad it was my hometown that gave it to her. All right, but at the same time, I feel like this kind of gave her that spark again to want to do this, like Charlotte Flair only can. Because you saw the last few times she's out there, she's just like, oh my God, here we go. Before Evolution, you can just tell on her face.
The build up to WrestleMania, she did not look like she was having fun
at all. And now I'm glad to see her having fun again. And that's all that matters to me. Is she having fun? And it looks like she is.
And that's the only thing I would push back on TC's comment. I don't think she's getting better because, again, she's one of the greatest that they've got.
Yep.
I think she's just having fun now. And I get the point that that's going to make it better.
Yep.
It makes it seem better. But she's always been one of the most incredible athletes and wrestlers as far as the women's division that they've had. But the fact that she's enjoying it now, and you can see that she's enjoying it. I made a comment on the SmackDown Shakedown with John Anthony that she looks like, my wife even watching it, she saw her on the screen and she goes, she looks healthier than she did.
Yep.
And that's just because she looks happier.
That's what my wife said.
More into her role. I mean, you had the whole thing with the Players Tribute or whatever, the article she put out, kind of explaining what's happened to her over her life, and especially the past few months over the divorce thing and everything like that. And you can kind of tell she's at a place now with, and I think Alexa has a lot to do with that, that she's just at a peace and in a place right now that just makes her happier doing what she's doing. And that, like to your point, TC, makes her performances better than what they were. So, I want them to win. I want them to win the tag titles at this point. I think it would be amazing.
Well, I think it would be amazing, and I think it would be best for business to have Charlotte and Alexa on both Raw and SmackDown and NXT.
Hell, send them to NXT with all the women they've got down there.
Hell, go to TNA with those two, and TNA they would have a great match. You could go up against.
But please don't let them win the Knockouts titles.
No.
We've got enough of that, which we'll get to later.
Let the Inspiration or Iconics. I'm sorry, win it.
Well, right now, I think it's still the Elegance or whatever.
Elegant, yeah.
I mean, I'm with you, TC. I don't know of a team that I want to succeed more right now. Only because I hate what they've done with the Secret Service. I thought the Secret Service was gonna be that team, but they've kind of fizzled with the gimmick they've got. I mean, it's one of the biggest teams they've got. So.
Well, can we talk about how much Aleister Black does not like Damian Priest's face?
I mean, I don't think he likes anybody's face right now.
Every time he sees this man, he just kicks the shit out of him. I mean, at this point, Priest should be just just ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, it all kicked off with Ron Killings a couple weeks ago, and Priest has kind of been in his, in the midst of it here for a few weeks now. I don't think they have a match announced for SummerSlam, nor do I think they should, to be completely honest.
That should be a Friday.
That should be the Friday before SmackDown next week. It definitely should be a match for them. They don't have the story to be on a SummerSlam card, or they could do it the Friday after. Obviously, those are important shows too.
Yeah,
I mean, that's definitely one of the ones that they should set up for that time, because the story just hasn't really been kicking off until recently. Yeah, because it's always been kind of on the periphery. But I'm definitely excited to see what they do. They're both really great. I love Aleister Black. He's kind of stalled since he came back. He hadn't really done anything big. Definitely excited to see it.
I think that changes, though, after SummerSlam. But with Aleister Black, and I think going into War Games and stuff like that, you're going to see more of an uptick in his performance. More than what you're seeing with Rusev on Raw. All right, and that's a different story. But you're going to see an uptick in Aleister Black, and I wish he would kept his name as Malachi Black, because that one's way better than Aleister, in my opinion. But yes, we're moved on.
Speaking of a tag team that I mentioned earlier, the Secret Service did come out after Stephanie Vacour's match and beat her down again. I'm not sure where they're going with this, because obviously Stephanie Vacour has other stuff going on with the future title shot that she got at the Battle Royal. And that's one of the things I was talking about that I was disappointed in the Secret Service. I just don't know where they're going right now. I get it being lackeys for Chelsea Green, because Chelsea Green's a star. But Alba and Piper are stars
Or
too. You had a
stars.
very good chance to make that whole faction really cool, and it's just it seems like they've just kind of stalled out. It started out really cool when Alba first joined and Piper was going really well, and now it just kind of seems like it's fizzled out. What do you think about that, and what do you think they can do to correct the Secret Harvest?
Honestly, and this is being honest with you. First off, they should never got rid of the witches. All right, they should never got rid of the
That's true.
unholy trinity that was there.
The Unholy
Okay,
Union.
yeah, I know, but the trinity that they could have had the Harvest be Dawn, Fire, Niven, boom, boom, boom. Okay, and you could have had the Unholy Union as your freaking tag team champions, the United States champion, Piper Niven, and your WWE Women's Champion, Chelsea Green, right? Right there. And then you can make them all look like stars. If you're doing that with the Judgment Day, you could do that with all of them.
At this point, Isaiah, I don't know that just adding a member is going to do it. I as much as I hate to say it, I think they need to turn on Chelsea.
That's what I was going
to say.
They
need to lose the suits and just become wrestlers again.
Yep. They need to turn on her. Piper needs to go solo. Yeah. Piper needs to do
they can stay together as a tag team, but be Piper and Alba Fire.
Yeah, but Alba, man, you put Alba by herself and she can run matches with anyone. Like she makes matches look great. You put Piper in a match and she instantly becomes what Nia Jax is, an unstoppable force. If you book her the right way. Piper is, all right, people always talk about how Nia wrestles and how it's stiff and how it's this, that, and the third. If you actually watch Piper wrestle from the past till now, it's evolved into something great. She is phenomenal in that ring. She can go lucha with you. She can go powerhouse with you. She can keep up with speedsters. She can do it all. And that's what people are missing out. She's not that typical, I'm going to just go sit on you powerhouse. She picks you up. She does a Michinoku driver right then and there. She'll do suplexes. She'll do fisherman suplexes. I've seen her do stuff off the top rope. Piper has every makings of a single star. It's just will WWE pull that trigger?
Probably not, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
She's a bigger person like Nia Jax, and they're focusing on Nia right now, unfortunately.
Yep. And they're focused on the wrong person in my book. That's just me. You already had your time with Nia. It's now time to make a new big woman, a big name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I like Nia. Don't get it twisted, but this is now the time to look for the future.
Yeah. I mean, TC said it best. I mean, they may have missed their chance with the Secret Harvest being something big, but what they haven't missed on as far as tag teams is the chance for Andrade and Rey Fenix to be big because they have won a title shot against the Wyatt Six.
Yeah,
I want to say that's tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. On SmackDown, we get to see Andrade and Rey Fenix versus the Wyatt Six for the WWE Tag Team Champions. I'm excited for it.
Oh God, yes.
I don't think it's going to end clean. No. Just to be completely honest, I still think we're getting to some kind of multi-team match, hopefully at SummerSlam, because this tag team division deserves it.
Yes, they do.
They deserve the spotlight at WrestleMania that they didn't get. That's why they put on that banger TLC on SmackDown. I want to see them. I want to see a tag team. You can give me a tag team turmoil. You can give me a TLC. You can give me a gauntlet. Anything with all of these, I'm good with that. But I want to see all these tag teams get a spotlight that they deserve at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Now, I agree with you. I like what they're doing with the Lucha. Yeah, this Lucha team. I was about to call them Lucha.
It's hard.
I was about to call them Lucha Brothers. I was about to do it. You guys are about to, what's bad? What? Pitchforks! Get them! But
they're the Lucha friends, the Lucha Amigos, not the Lucha Brothers.
There you go. Yeah, Amigos. There you go. Yeah, they're cool. But I like what they're doing. It feels fresh. It feels new, and it feels hip. Yeah, I just used the word hip. Yeah, how old are you?
You did, and you said they were cool, which you're not allowed to say because Carlito's gone.
All right. They dope. All right, they dope. We're gonna go with that. That's worse.
Yeah, let's
we go back with cool.
Stick with hip, I guess.
Hip hop. But now, No, I'm enjoying this. I think you're right. I would love a fatal 5-way ladder match just because TNA did a fantastic ladder match for a tag team, and
Yes.
I think WWE these guys would try to up that, you know. And it would be fantastic to show off everybody. Actually, it might be a fatal 6-way instead of a fatal 5-way. But at the end of the
And
day,
somebody's got to get left out at some point.
somebody has to get left out. You're right, and I think it's DIY. They'll get a one-on-one. They'll get a one-on-one at War Games.
No, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have the Garzas in there just because they can focus on the AAA titles. I'd take them out. And obviously not to do anything. They've already got a lucha team in there. So if you're trying to get a little bit of everything, you've got that as well.
Look, DIY getting left out though. It would set up a few stories because they keep saying that they're the reason why this tag team is the way it is.
Yeah,
you know,
the story can't leave them out. They're too integral to the story to leave them out.
But if they did get left out, it adds more layer to that story with them. Why is Nick Aldis leaving them out? Where's the conspiracy at now? Like, what does he have against DIY? DIY made this tag team. Yeah, division.
I think honestly, if you're trying to leave somebody out for that reason, you leave out the Street Profits.
That
makes them even angrier.
Yeah.
And they go more into the more serious, angry that they kind of started going into when they won the titles.
What did you see?
And that gives them the spark that really fires them back up.
Did you see
so if you're going to leave anybody out for that reason, it's got to be the Profits, unfortunately.
What did you see? What Tez said on CVV? Chris Van Vliet.
No.
He was like, here lately I've been thinking, am I messing up? Like, why aren't they putting us on the TV? Why aren't they doing this, that, and the third? Is it me? Am I so you're right. It might be the more seriousness. Things are starting to change with Tez right now. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. I just saw that today on X. So I don't know when the interview came out, but I did see the interview on X today. And Tez looked great, by the way. He looked good. The way he was dressed,
he always
looked great. Always looked sharp. But yeah, no, I like this tag division better than what they're doing over on Raw for their tag division.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a minute. That's there. It doesn't. You don't take much to get better than the Raw tag team division right now. It's
I'm pretty sure
it's very night and day between those two.
Pretty sure the ROH brand has a better tag team division right now than Raw does.
Let's not go crazy.
But he said, let's not go nuts there.
Yeah, let's not go crazy. And we end our SmackDown talk with, yay, we're getting a street fight for the title between Cena and Cody. I'm here for that. But I just, only in professional wrestling can you grab someone else's hand, sign a contract, and it be legal.
Yeah,
let's start there. And you're doing it on national TV, so it's not even like one of those things where we're going to hide it. No, I'm going to do it here on national television. I'm going to knock you out.
Yep.
Grab your hand but you signed it. It was in your hand.
It's not even his name. It's just a bunch. It looks like a heart monitor. It looks like a heart monitor. Yeah, boop, 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 boop. Oh, Jesus Christmas, man.
But I can't lie. The segment was entertaining.
Yep.
The way Cena came out and tried to swerve everybody, like, I'm not going to be there. Again, mentioned on the SmackDown Shakedown. I hope somebody gave a call to Pat McAfee before that segment, just because that's the real reason Pat McAfee hasn't been there on Monday Night Raw. And he's come out and say he's just mentally exhausted with everything he's got going on. So hopefully they at least gave him a heads up that they were going to use something similar to that in storyline, just so he didn't watch it and be like, well, that's weird. I know he wouldn't have objected to it.
No.
That's just the kind of guy Pat is.
Yep.
But at least hopefully they had the courtesy to say, hey, but FYI, we're going to use this for Cena.
Yeah.
Which obviously he would have thought would have been cool as shit. I know I would have.
Oh, I would have loved it. I'd be like, yo, Cena, you said 17-time world champion Cena.
Yeah. He wants to use my gimmick. Yeah. Okay.
I'm cool, man. Enough said.
Exactly.
I'm good. Yeah. I got the GOAT talking to me now. Like, damn, I'm doing something right.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good segment. It was very entertaining. We're getting a street fight, which obviously
Boring.
wouldn't call it boring. I
Well,
mean,
like,
you're going to
John
have the
Cena's gonna make
chance for it's going
John
to be a
Cena's,
million times better than what they did at WrestleMania.
oh yeah. But John Cena's gonna still try to figure out a way to make this super, super boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now he can't. Now Cody can start coming after him with chairs, with the belt. He hit him with the belt finally, made
Yeah.
the man bleed his own blood.
Maybe
So
please.
there was that.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Unless it's Cody Rhodes.
Nobody. God,
Yeah, no,
love
this makes me a lot more excited for the match. And obviously, look, you're going to get a cast of characters that comes out just like you did for every Cody match that we've had over the past 5 years at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, whatever. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot cooler. I think it's going to be a lot more involved. There's going to be a better story told than there was at WrestleMania. And we'll see who comes out on top.
Yep.
I know Nate says he wants Cody to win it back.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I don't want Cody to win right now. I don't want Cody to win it back at all. I want someone who's the future that's going to take that title off of Cena. Just because, everybody's hoping that freaking
Well, like it or not, Cody is the future. Cody's the president in the future.
Yeah, I get that.
But Cody's not going anywhere anytime soon. And
He's
he'll be able to hand
back.
it off to somebody in a few months or whatever to make a different story. But the story with John Cena has to come back to Cody. It just makes too much sense.
Or it
now I'm giving away predictions for next week. But well, Nate, if you don't want interferences, don't watch this match because you're going to get a lot of them. There's a few matches that we're going to have at SummerSlam where you're not going to get a lot of interference, I'm sure. This is not one of them. And maybe they'll surprise us, and maybe they flip it on its head, and it's just them two beating the crap out of each other.
The Dom Mysterio match we get no interference from. Dirty Dom for the win.
We'll get to in a minute. If he gets medically cleared, we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
Speaking of Monday Night Raw,
hi.
Which it's not on the screen, but we will go ahead and start with it. Shout out to AJ Styles, first and foremost, for being the most entertaining version of AJ Styles I think I may have ever seen in my entire life. Just popping up anywhere, the valet, the janitor, medical. He played a doctor before that.
That whole praying segment where he's like,
yes.
"Dear Lord, please," and he's, like, all right, Dad, enough.
Speaking of somebody who looks like he's having fun again, I know he is in the last couple of years of his career, according to what he has said. That's not me putting hyperbole out there.
Past 50.
But him getting to go home to TNA at Slammiversary and make an appearance and put over Leon Slater for winning the X Division. Shout out to Leon Slater for winning the X Division title, youngest ever X Division champion.
Great freaking match, by the way. If you didn't watch that whole, you missed out. Out. I'm sorry. It was a great match, and then AJ Styles coming out to his OG music. Oh my God, Mod on,
which is crazy.
It is.
He just said a few weeks ago he hated that music.
He said, "I never want to hear that again." Whoever in TNA or whoever said, "Yo, please do it." All right, John, Chairshot John Anthony, you had front row seats to that. That was beautiful. I got to see you the whole time on there. All right, I was playing, instead of playing "Where's Esteban," I was playing "Where's John." You know.
Yeah, shout out to him catching the tiara from the Inspiration.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I saw the pictures of that where his daughter's got it now.
Yeah, that's dope. That was dope, man. That was real dope.
We finally get the reveal that Dom Mysterio is cleared medically, and there will be a SummerSlam match for the Intercontinental title. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio. And again, just another match I'm excited for. I know it's not on our screen now; it's on the next slide, but we jumped ahead just because you mentioned it.
Yeah, I do that.
So that's what we do here. So
I do that.
Are you excited to see AJ Styles win the Intercontinental title?
No. Okay. Yeah, I am. I'm never gonna root against Dom. I like that kid too much. But
all kidding aside, I don't know who's gonna win that match.
I'm still 50-50 on that. I ain't even gonna lie with you. I'm still 50-50 on it. But let me ask you this question and everybody else. LWO, number one contenders. How does that make you feel?
In a word.
In a word. But Del Toro looked great. Wild
Yeah,
looked
they
great
did.
too.
They looked good.
Great. They look great.
They always look good. Like in ring, they always look good. But I mean, you have the Creeds, you have which the War Raiders weren't even in the match.
Yeah, Creed's New Day. You had shit. I'm drawing a blank. No, it was those.
And the LWO was a 3-way. Why were the War Raiders not even in the match?
Yeah, exactly. No, and I agree with you. Look, at some point in time, you need to unleash the Creeds. Okay, these two are phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Go watch their GCW stuff. They beat people up. They're great.
Watch their NXT stuff.
I was gonna say that was the next thing I was gonna say. Go watch their NXT stuff. They've been phenomenal, and these guys, I don't know why nobody will put them over. Like not put them over. I saw AJ put Dom over. I don't know why WWE won't put them in that spotlight. Like
I don't know.
I don't know, man. But the taller version of Grande Americano can speak Spanish, and I am 100% for this. All right. So if it is Kaiser, more power to you, brother. More power to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Eso mas.
Kaiser's at home with Tiffany. They're hanging out, doing whatever.
Eso mas.
Grande Americano made an appearance, so there you go. Fully speaking Spanish now. Apparently, he's reverted back to his roots. Originally, he could only speak a little bit of Spanish. Now he's back to speaking really good Spanish. So there you go. But two people that I don't know that can speak Spanish, but have very thick Irish accents. You've got Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, kind of finalizing their match. I'm not sure why we made that transition, but there we go.
Hey,
they will have their one-on-one match at SummerSlam. But for some reason, we also had. No, we'll get to the next one. Sorry. I forgot what I was going to say about that. Are you excited about Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria? We'll put it that way.
Honestly, no. I'm not excited about this because how many times have we copy and paste this since WrestleMania? You know what I'm saying? I know they didn't wrestle at WrestleMania. They had their match, blah, blah, blah. They won the tag titles. But what I'm asking is like,
you got Becky. We copy and paste having one-on-one matches for the title?
Again. Yeah, no, like Becky versus, you can have Becky versus somebody else for this, but I get where the story is. I'm just not excited for it, man. I'm just really not excited for this match. Lyra better win at the end of the day because that's who I got. I got the Bird Lady on this one. Yeah, that's right. We call
let's let him wait a week till we tell him.
Oh no, this one right here. I told you guys I'm not excited, but I might change in a week. You never know. I might be like watching Monday Night Raw next week and be like, you know what? They just gave it away. I gotta change my damn pick. Yeah.
If you want to know who I'm going to pick, make sure you tune in next week to our SummerSlam predictions.
Yeah,
obviously you know who Sped's going to pick here.
Three or four. There's 3 or 4 people that's joining us next week on that panel.
Well, I don't know yet. Full disclosure, we're still getting people. Right now, there's a couple.
I know there's Michael Norton and
I don't know that yet. He never responded to me.
Oh, okay.
Did he respond to you?
I thought he said yes.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. I'll have to go back and look. It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
Kind of like behind the scenes again.
It is. Like we're talking business now, yeah.
Anyway, we will have a big show next week for SummerSlam with our predictions, which does include Lyra and Becky Lynch. It will also include CM Punk and Gunther for the world title. Fire promo from both of them. I loved it.
I think
Gunther just kind of spitting facts. Yeah,
I was gonna say
just
I think
coming
Gunther
out being for real.
Yep. He straight up told him straight about to his face, and then he walked off. And I love the fact how he walks off when he's done with you. He's like, you know what?
Yeah,
done, and he's just gone. And you got to play his theme as he's going. I thought this was fire, but this fire promo led to a fire match. You know what I'm saying? Like. Rusev versus Sheamus, I could watch all day, every day. And I hope there's new things coming for Rusev and Sheamus himself. But these two, put on another damn banger. Put on another one. And
I don't know, man. I enjoyed the match. I'm still trying to connect
with
doing. What Rusev's doing.
Yeah,
with what Rusev in specific is doing.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I've always been a huge Rusev fan. I didn't want to see the Redeemer in WWE.
No,
And
I
that's what I'm
didn't
getting.
either. That's what I feel like it's AEW's version. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
and
But
it didn't work in AEW, and it's not working here.
But can with that though, I feel like a lot of guys from AEW bring that AEW character over, to WWE.
I mean, a few have, yeah.
Ricky Saints.
Saints.
I was going to
There you
call him
go.
Starks. Ricky Saints has brought over his gimmick like that. Ego brought his gimmick over. I mean, I was going to call him Ty Dillinger, and it's not Ty Dillinger.
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears brought back the chairman for a little bit, and
I mean, he's still basically playing the same character. He's just not using the chair as much.
Exactly.
They'll still use the chair every now and then.
Yeah, but I'm
He
saying
still alludes to it.
I feel like they bring that over, and it's just if it didn't work there, why is it going to work here? You get what
But see, that's so the difference between all those people that you named and what Miro was doing.
Yeah,
is those things did work in AEW.
Well, yes,
Ricky Starks was over. He was popular there. All Ego Ethan Page was not necessarily a big star, but people liked the gimmick.
People loved that gimmick. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
People liked the chairman. It was on a smaller scale, but they weren't shown as gimmicks that didn't work.
No,
the Redeemer gimmick just ended up not working, and that's
got a TNT championship out of it, which is crazy.
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
Hey, and that title looked good around his waist.
So I mean, I think they need to do something different with him. I'm hoping. I'm okay with him and Sheamus having all the matches because they work really well together.
Yes, they do.
I don't know. Again, kind of the same thing I said with Damian and Alistair. Speaking of kind of having the same gimmicks, I mean, I realized Alistair never really changed gimmicks when he went to AEW. It was still kind of that same kind of spooky gimmick, halfway.
Yeah, that dark. Yeah.
He just kind of brought it back.
Am I goth or am I emo?
But I don't know that I want to see that on SummerSlam.
No.
What I do want to see on SummerSlam is Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, who had another great match. Karrion Kross gets the win this time with the lead pipe in the study. All you Clue fans got that, and then a few of you didn't. Give me more Karrion Kross. I want to see him at SummerSlam. He missed out of WrestleMania except for just some outside the ring stuff. They need to have a huge match, no holds barred, street fight, whatever you want to call it, whatever, at SummerSlam, because that story, unlike the ones we just previously mentioned, that story deserves to be at SummerSlam.
Yes. And I mean, they had a banger impromptu match at Night of Champions over in Saudi. Mm-hmm. So think about the travel right there. Then they still have a banger impromptu match. Come on. Yeah. And then this one, another great. This was TV match. We talk about great matches. We don't talk enough about how some matches are really good on TV. When they do televised matches on TV, not pay-per-view, not PLE, I'm talking like USA, Netflix TV matches, right? When they do that, a lot of people will overlook how good the in-ring work really is because you get caught up in the commercial breaks and all the other side bull crap that's going on with what WWE does with the whole sponsoring. You know, you got the ads popping up at the bottom. Oh, hey, we'll be right back. Or, Michael Cole acting like a fool with Corey Graves, which everybody and their grandmother's loving this right now with Michael Cole and Corey Graves. But with Kross versus Sammy, it's just adding layers every bloody time they get in the ring and on the mic and everything. All Kross wants at this point is for Sammy to say that he was right and he was telling the truth the whole bloody time. That's all he wants. Just give us what he wants. We wanted to, Sammy. Just say it. He was telling the truth. Yeah, we wanted to, damn it.
Yeah, I mean that would definitely create a weird dynamic if he does finally say those words. And speaking of weird dynamics, we had a tag team title match for the women. The Judgment Day take on the team of Lyra Valkyria and Bayley.
Yeah,
for some
WrestleMania.
reason.
Well,
I mean, they've hated each other the past few weeks, though. But I I don't get it.
it was a WWE move.
I like the way they played it off, though,
Yes.
about the fact that Bayley went to the GM and said, "Hey, I want this match because I was supposed to get it
Yep.
at WrestleMania." And Lyra actually coming out and saying, "What the hell, man? What
Yeah.
we've been trying to kill each other the past few weeks. What the hell are you doing?"
Yep.
And Bayley, who realizes that she doesn't have a chance at a championship right now, takes any possible way she can get it and says, "Hey, I never got this match. I should get this match, even if it's with Lyra."
Yep.
So shout out to them for telling a story for something that I would have never thought about and didn't think it made sense at the beginning.
Oh, it makes
But we got a really good match for the tag team titles, and obviously, as you see on the picture there, the Judgment Day retain. What'd you think about the match, and where does Bayley go from here? Mainly, we know where everybody else is going.
I think Bayley sits back for a little bit, take a little break. Take another little break. You're a legend. You're at that point in your career now where you can sit on the sidelines for a little bit, still come back, get a huge pop. I mean, she's done everything you've possibly done.
She's one of the bigger stars on the roster, and she's going to miss WrestleMania and SummerSlam back to back now. Come on, that's crazy.
Mean, the thing is this, okay? I get what you're saying on that, but we have always been saying we need to build more stars in WWE, and then they're starting to do that. They're starting to build the future. Look at Braun Breaker, look at Roxy, look at Raquel. Look at a lot of these women that are BFAB and Meechin. A lot of you guys pick on BFAB for some reason, but she can go in that ring, man. Them legs don't lie. She can definitely go. Meechin can too. We got all these people that are coming up, and look, there's rumors going around that there's a trade about to happen after SummerSlam, and if this trade does happen, and one person goes to Raw, Bayley could go back to SmackDown and get in the mix of either the U.S. Women's Championship or that WWE Women's Championship. So the right now we don't need to worry about Bayley. Bayley is in that point of her career where she is locked in first ballot Hall of Famer all day, every day. Like I said, she could take a break, come back at Survivor Series in San Diego. California loves them some Bayley. California loves.
Considering that's her hometown.
Well, no, she's from San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's north. Who's from California in here? Tell me where that's at. I think that's north of San Diego. But yeah, no, they love her. I think she's near San Fran more than anything. But yeah, so I just see you can put Bayley on the sidelines for now and bring her back on SmackDown where she could thrive a little bit more. That's the house that she thrives in. Not the house she built, but she thrives in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. She's from San Jose. My bad.
San Jose. What up? How about them?
What's up? So what's going on, Randy? Glad to see you enjoyed the ladies all this week. We were just talking about that tag team championship match. And we'll transition into what is going to be the triple threat match at SummerSlam for the women's world title. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky will take on Naomi for the championship coming up next week at SummerSlam. What did you think about everything that happened on Monday Night Raw with them?
Didn't we get an Io versus Steph match on that before that? I believe that. Yeah, and it was a banger. It was a good one, and we got ruined again. So that one's coming up. That they're just foreshadowing that match. Yeah, pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it.
Well, technically it was a callback because they had when Stephanie was the NXT champion.
Yeah.
They had the champion versus champion match when Stephanie made her debut on Raw.
That also got DQ'd, no contest or whatever. Because
it's WWE. That happens on 90% of their matches.
But But hey, look. If Naomi can win, this is going to put her title reign up there. To start, oh my God, triple threat against two of the most top 10 women in the world, two of the top 10 women in the world.
A legit triple threat, not a cash-in triple threat.
Oh, hell no, a legit one. This ain't, oh my God, this is going to be great. This is going to be a good match. This is one of those ones I'm ready for.
Yeah, and again, I'm glad the way they did it. Pierce came out and said, look, I get it. You guys had your match. She cashed in. It wasn't necessarily fair to anybody. So you know what? We're going to run it at SummerSlam. It's going to be a triple threat, and that's the only way to do it. So shout out to him in making those great matches. And look, SummerSlam's stacking up, man.
Oh yeah.
And we just talked about 4 matches that they've added to SummerSlam, and a few more potentials that they could.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't even talk about a couple of them. One of them I don't want to talk about, but we'll get there. Not this week. You'll have to wait for next week at the predictions to talk about the old jelly roll in the room.
Yeah, God damn it.
Here we are.
I hope.
I agree, Randy. Io's amazing.
I love Io.
One of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh God, top in my book. Yeah.
5.
Top 5. Yeah, she's easy up there. Easy.
Yeah. Anything else from Raw stick out to you?
Besides the fact that we already talked about it, Dirty Dom's got a match at SummerSlam, and AJ Styles has been on a different level lately with his comedy skills. Like, is he and Ron Killings, chilling outside?
I don't know. I mean, they've known each other long enough. I mean, I'm glad some of it wore off.
That's what I'm saying, man. That crap's been great, but no, we can go to NXT. Yeah.
We did. There is another match that they made for SummerSlam over the last few days, and it is going to be Jey Uso and Roman Reigns taking on the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, take my money on that one. I mean, I'm not the biggest Jey fan, but everybody else in that, I mean, that's going to be a banger match. So.
Yeah. How high was Jey in that video, or drunk? How he was messed up?
I would say he's probably more drunk than anything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm cool with it though, But what would have been even cooler is what Queen Crystal, right? She said on her stuff, Jey needs to come out on a treadmill, and like how Roman did, and be like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm in. So shout out to Queen Crystal, Queen of the Run-In. She won our first ever Run-In Queen predictions.
For Evolution, yes.
For Evolution. That was actually a really good one. I was looking back at the stats on that. That was actually really close. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that match. Anytime you got Reigns in a match, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I like.
Go ahead and say Jey Uso just to round it out.
No,
he's in the match too.
Yeah, he is. But I like it. I like the fact that we're foreshadowing a Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker match, because Breaker was like, listen here, first off, I don't know who the hell you talking to. He gave him that Atlanta attitude right there. Like, I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to.
Which I saw people dogging, and for lack of no pun intended, dogging that promo. I thought the promo was pretty damn good.
It was fire, man. You go up against the dude who's held the WWE Championship for 4 years, cutting some fire promos all the time, talking about this is missionary position. This is same thing over and over and over again. He cut some fire promos in the last 4 years that are iconic. Then you got Braun Breaker, the young guy, and he's like, you know what, you son of a bitch? I don't care who you are. All right, I'll still run you over because I'm a genetic freak.
I'm the big dog now. I'm the top dog.
Yeah, exactly. He's like
a lot of dog references, obviously.
A lot
being
of
being who the two are is very very telling. But a lot of dog references. No, I thought it was a great promo.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a great match coming up at SummerSlam with all 4 of those. It's gonna be weird because I don't know how that doesn't headline one of your nights.
That should be
with everything else going on. I mean, how could it not be Punk and Gunther? I mean, that's a pretty big match too.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, we'll have to see what other matches they add over the next week or so to find out who's going to main event each night. Obviously, we know Cena Cody will probably main event night 2. You're welcome, John.
How pissed would you be if they? And I was thinking this. They opened it on night 2, and Punk and Gunther closed it on night 2, or Reigns and them.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Because I was thinking about that, like I was off air and everything. I think I want to. There's betting. I don't gamble, but there is a bet going on out there that you can guess the card from top to bottom, and they have Cody and Cena opening night 2 with the biggest odds instead of closing.
Oh hell no! I thought you meant the tag team opening night 2.
No,
Cody Cena should close the show. I mean, that should be the main event of the weekend.
That's what it is. They have it opening like with the biggest odds and Reigns and them closing night 2. So with that, I think it was DraftKings or whatever. They one of the sport betting places. They definitely got Cody versus Cena opening night 2 and Reigns and them closing night 2, or with Punk and Gunther.
There's no way that should happen. The best scenario would be Cody and Cena main eventing night 2. You can let the tag team open night 2 because it's a Roman Reigns Jey Uso match. The entries are going to take 30 minutes alone.
45.
So if you put that to open night 2, you've got to cut another match somewhere else, and they can cut the Jelly Roll match in half. However much that time was going to be originally, you can cut that down to like 2 minutes.
I would love for them to cut that match completely. Give it 5 minutes, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you let Roman and Jay go first. As long as their entrances are, then the Randy and Jelly Roll tag team match will have to get cut to like a minute or 2.
Yeah, I wish.
So that's the best scenario that we could have happen right there.
Yeah, we got a better chance at winning the Kentucky Derby on a donkey than they do cutting that match.
Well, they don't. They're never going to cut it all together, but they can shorten it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. By shortening it up on us, it's still going to be a 10, 15-minute match. I just want to see Logan Paul hit a freaking frog splash from the heavens on Jelly Roll. That's it. I like the dude as a singer. I do. He's a great singer. It's just get out of the ring.
Yeah, I don't want to see him wrestle. Anyway, speaking of people I do want to see wrestle at SummerSlam at one point, we go to NXT. And we will start with not only NXT, but TNA, your new women's NXT champion and Knockouts champion, none other than JC Jane. Everybody's talked about her being the weakest champion, the easiest to beat in the history of NXT. Well, guess what? Now she's beaten Masha Slamovich. She's beaten Jordynne Grace. She beat Stephanie McMahon for the title.
Yep.
It's hard to say she's the most beatable champion out there now that she's the double champ. I mean, of course she had help. There have been people that have been training her ever since the beginning. So, I mean, everybody gets to where they're at with help. Nobody does it alone. She's definitely learned a lot from a lot of people.
Hey, she's the only member from Fatal Influence? Not Fatal. Fatal Attraction, right?
Yeah.
That's still around.
She was the leader of Fatal Attraction. Fatal Influence. It was Fatal Attraction to begin with.
Yeah.
Fatal.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with what's her name? She was an NXT champion for a while, and now she's bitching about everybody not calling her double champion.
Mandy Rose,
yeah, that lady. Yeah.
I did know what you mean, but it doesn't play into my character if I just let it go like that. She did that all by herself.
Hey, listen. Can we talk about real quick, how much I like the TNA Knockouts Championship over the NXT Women's Championship?
I mean, it's nice.
It's beautiful, dude. That thing's so.
And the NXT Championship belt isn't bad. I like it.
I like it too, but no, that is a beautiful belt. But yeah. No,
and if you haven't watched Slammiversary, go back and watch Slammiversary all together.
Yeah.
It was very NXT influenced. There were 3 or 4 matches.
Yep.
With NXT stars. Obviously, Trick Williams is still the TNA champion. If you guys watch NXT, which we will talk about here in a second.
Yep.
You've got JC Jane. Yep. Dark State was on there. They didn't get a win. They lost to the System and Matt Cardona. So there you go. But shout out to the women's champion. Really setting a blaze and making some headway. We've got some pretty cool matches coming up next week with the rest of Fatal Influence.
Yes.
Against a couple people. NXT was fire too, man. I mean, our team, our group, our people
finally get a W.
The Culling finally get a win. Hell yeah.
Yes, it's about time. There is a God.
Yeah. I mean, it's been forever. And of course, I guess they do get wins if it's not championship matches. Maybe that's the thing. They just can't win championship matches. and
That's
that just
so
seems to be
bad.
the problem.
That's bad. That's just bad.
But yeah, at least they've got them winning now. I mean, it's been a while. We've been begging them to get a win, and they finally did. So shout out to them. Shout out to Izzy and Tatum and Sean and Nico. I got his name. I had to search for the other guy's name because
Yeah.
we don't ever really talk about Nico.
Ever.
Yeah, speaking of people we do talk about, we talked about him earlier. Ricky Saints
They got
takes
lost.
the L.
Yeah. By
Takes
count
the
out,
L
right?
from Jas. Look, all you last week, they were saying Jasper Troy should be this and Jasper Troy should be that. And y'all were giving me hell because I didn't say he was ready. You're welcome. The guy got a win over Ricky Saints.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Apparently, there were some mishaps there. Apparently, they broke the stage at some point.
They did.
Not sure how that happened.
I don't know either, but they did.
I watched it right before we came on just to see how it happened because I wanted to talk about it, and it didn't really show how it happened. I'm guessing it was probably a real mistake.
They
had it roped off the rest of the night too.
Yeah, it looked like it was a big mistake because the ref's eyes were like, "Uh-oh." Yeah, that's supposed to happen. So
and Jasper Troy just kept yelling, "Count him, count him,
yeah, count him, count him." Yeah,
so, yeah, he got the win. So congratulations, all you Jasper Troy fans.
Whatever.
And he does have some fans.
He does have some fans.
Not quite as many as the Undertaker though, who was also there. And Choke Slam and Trick Willie through the mat. What'd you think about that?
Very Undertaker-esque. Coming out. He's going to come out and make the young kid look good. And that's what he does. But real quick, we were talking about the future. And the future is now, here soon. You got Jada Parker and Lash Legend going for those titles. What do you think about that?
Well, first, they've got to go through the rest of Fatal Influence because we've got Jasmine Nix is going to be taking on Jada Parker next week, and Lash Legend is going to be taking on Fallon Henley next week.
Yeah, just don't hurt my girl too much, Jada. I mean, Lash. Don't hurt my girl too much.
Figure out who your girl is first because you love Lash Legend too. I don't know how you're going to go in that match.
You ever watch South Park, and Stan's dad's on the computer? That's going to be sped this week.
That's a reference that I never needed.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, I am looking forward to these matches, man. This is prime women's matches. This is prime time. It makes JC look amazing. You got two fantastic females going after both titles. Both of them.
Which, Randy, if you're still out there in the comments, if you're out there in the comment section, make sure you guys have the girls watch NXT next week.
Yeah.
Because both of those are coming up next Tuesday on NXT.
Oh,
It's going to be two really good women's matches.
Oh, and support Lash, my man. She's a Georgia girl all day. We support our own Georgia girls. I love me some Lash. But yeah, no, I'm looking
a couple other women that had a great match.
Oh my God, she looked great.
Blake Monroe made her singles in-ring debut against unfortunately against Ren Sinclair, one of my favorites. And look, Ren Sinclair is so underrated as a wrestler. She is amazing.
Yes.
You just watch that match on Tuesday and she's good.
Yes.
She could very easily be at the top of that card. But Blake Monroe gets the win. I was very happy with the way they presented Blake Monroe in the ring.
Yep.
I didn't mind the entrance with the makeup mirror and all that. It was very poppy, what it was, I guess.
I thought it was cool though. Like she turns around and walks out right to the crowd.
I thought it was interesting.
I thought it was cool. But think about this. She wins that match. She has a great match, right? And then Jordan Grace comes out and she starts whooping some ass. And then she gets oh my God! That's what I was about to get to. Straight up on the dome, with that DDT. Oh man! And then
I like that she's using the DDT as her finish.
Yes. Oh my God! I'm loving this stuff, man. I at first I was skeptical, and now I'm like, all right, I see where you're going with it. I get it.
Yeah, as long as they keep her in the ring like this, I don't care what they do with the character. They can give her the poppy Sabrina Carpenter lookalike character all they want to. As long as they keep her in the ring the way she was and close to what Mariah May was, I don't care what her gimmick is. I don't care what vignettes they do. I don't care if she's staring at herself in the mirror when she comes out to the ring. When she gets in them ropes, that's what matters to this, and
Yep.
and it was great. So
She's
shout
a
out
freak.
to both her and Ren Sinclair. Yesterday was obviously Ren's Day. And if you don't know what I mean, go follow Ren Sinclair on TikTok or X, and you'll
That's
love it.
funny. Yeah.
Again, Randy, if you want your girls to follow somebody who's very entertaining, and she's very PG, so you don't have to worry about any other stuff.
Very.
Ren Sinclair, WREN Sinclair. She has a TikTok, she has Instagram, she has X. She puts out at least one video a week on all of them. She's very entertaining. She's one of my favorites. And she can go in the ring.
Check out Asuka's stuff on YouTube. She does a lot of cooking. Oh, it's amazing. And Asuka doesn't sound like Asuka in the ring. She actually uses a fluent English accent sometimes, and it's freaking amazing. Okay, so I wish they would make them stop doing the Japanese accent and let them actually be who they are, but whatever.
I'm with you. I've always hated that.
If you guys haven't watched Asuka cook, first off, you're missing out. All right, this lady can cook anything, and I mean anything. And then go on. She's had a few wrestlers on there like Io and Kyrie, and you would be amazed by their actual voice. Yeah.
I'll never forget. Being here in Birmingham, I used to be a few miles away from one of the local restaurants that a lot of the wrestlers would frequent after the fact.
Yeah.
After they did shows, and I met some of the international wrestlers, and it really surprised me when I met them and said hello, that all of them had like American regular speaking voices.
Yep.
And I'm just like, that's crazy. So yeah, definitely. I know there are some that are legit accents.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't let the people who can speak English speak English.
Well, Tajiri was one of those guys that couldn't do it back in the day, and Vince was like, hey,
That's exactly right, Randy. Those are two you want wholesome women to follow for your girls. I know they're very young. They're definitely two of them. So.
Oh yeah, no, and Bianca for sure. If you really want that, Bianca. My daughter.
We've talked about like Alexa Bliss as well. I mean, she's a big one too.
She's always at Disney.
Obviously being a new parent. Yeah, but she's a new parent. She's still safe for children to follow. We'll put it that.
Oh yeah. They're definitely PG. You ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. Yeah.
What was not PG though was that main event for NXT, the triple threat for the NXT title.
That was brutal.
Obafemi retains, obviously,
and a brutal match
against Inamura and Josh Briggs. Look, everybody knows what I think about this match. Oba was winning. Oba won. So what'd you think?
I liked it, but like I said, it needs to set up a Briggs versus Oba match here soon. A Heat Wave, Halloween Havoc, something.
Don't wait for Halloween Havoc.
I know. Heat Wave. You're right
don't
now.
Wait.
I think they could make this go a little bit longer. Actually, honest to God, this is just me. All right. If I was booking this, all right, I would have Oba retain on Briggs at Heat Wave due to an accidental title shot hit from Iramura onto Briggs, and then it was set up a big triple threat at Halloween Havoc or whatever's closer at that time. Yeah,
I can see that.
Look, NXT's weird with their stuff.
Marks for Mikes, I appreciate you jumping in, but look, and we love everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
But look, let's not talk about Oba dropping any titles.
Not right now.
Oba can keep the title forever. I'm just that big of an Oba fan, and I get it. That's my fandom coming through. That's 100% me. I want him to, if he drops the title, I want him to do that. I want him to hand the title. Here, I'm going to the main roster. I'm going to go main event WrestleMania next year. Here's this title.
Like Keith Lee.
I don't want him to lose. I just don't.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you there.
So, but luckily he did win. I'm sure we're getting a Briggs match soon. In all kidding aside, Marks and Mikes, I could see a very near future where Josh Briggs takes it off of him. So I could forever, ever. Yes, exactly right. But no, I mean, I could see a world where Josh Briggs takes it off of him very soon. because they're building that up. I think he's probably the most legit challenger he's had in a minute. I never thought of Tony D as a legit threat for the title.
But he's the only man to beat Oba for a championship. You have to remember that.
I know, but that was a whole different world.
But think about it in this percent. And I said something about this like maybe 3-4 weeks ago. I haven't seen a man look like a JBL the way he wrestles more than I do with Briggs right now. Briggs has the JBL-esque type stuff. When he clotheslines a man, it looks like he's decapitating someone. Okay. First off, I'm 5'6". That dude's like 6'7", 6'8". I don't want that SA hitting me with that arm. All right. I don't even think Oba wants that SA hitting him with that arm. All right. Oba is 6'4", kachoosh. All right. And I don't even think Oba wants that. So, like, I agree with you though. It should be if Oba is going to drop it, it should be the Gunther, the Walter, the Keith Lee, the whatever. He hands the title over.
Yeah. Right now, Briggs is the only person I could see doing it legitimately.
Oh yeah. Oh, only Briggs right now, and that's the only guy. And the only way you make Tony D look good again, if you can make Tony D do that, is by having the family help him.
Yeah, but that chapter's done.
It's
gone. I don't even know. Tony D may be gone from NXT after last.
I saw that too. I was like, oh man. But who knows? They might just be doing a rebrand on his ass, you know?
Who knows?
See if he could be the dawn of nothing. Yeah.
The dawn of nothing, really.
Hey, let's go Stacks.
That's the expert analysis you get here on the Run of Wrestling podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Which now we'll switch away from WWE over to AEW Dynamite last night. And again, I mean, I thought it was a great show.
I liked
it. Started off that the opening match was very good. The Hangman Adam Page and Wheeler Yuta match. Very interesting that nobody came out to help Wheeler Yuta. I think he's trying to get under his skin, get in his head. He even mentioned at the end when he had the chain wrapped around his neck, look, they're not coming for you. I can very easily hang you right now, just like you guys did, and nobody's coming to save you.
Yep.
Why are these your friends? You can see they're trying to break down from the inside out. They're trying to break down the Death Riders a little bit. And shout out to them. And, I mean, Hangman and Mox had a great match. I think they're going to have a great match again next week. We'll kind of get to that, finish up here later. But what do you think about it?
I like this match and I like the story. I get it. AEW is not everybody's cup of tea, all right. But at the same time, you got to give props is due. You know, if they're doing something fantastic, which they are with the Death Riders and that whole storyline right now, you don't know what's going to happen. You got Bryan Danielson lurking in the background. You got Darby Allin lurking in the background. You got Hangman that's not finished with Moxley by a long shot, you know, or the Death Riders at all.
They got a match next week again.
That's what I'm saying. And no one is involved in that match that says, but
supposedly.
So that's what I was going to say, supposedly. But it was a great opener and it did its job. It told the story. It progressed the story. It made us want to see more. And it makes us want to tune in next Wednesday to watch AEW Dynamite for that match. And Chicago, I swear to God, dude, you guys better be on it. I need to be hearing you guys all the way in Pennsylvania.
They're always on it. I mean, that arena only holds like 1,200 people, and it sounds like there's 100,000 in there.
It sounds like an earthquake. Like people.
It's crazy.
I love it. I love it.
And shut up with the crap on the internet about there's only they filled it to capacity. Yes, there's only like 1,200 people in there, but that's all it'll hold. And those 1,200 people sound louder than 100,000 people in a stadium
all day, every day.
Yeah,
Let's
stop with that BS.
Exactly. I am loving what AEW is doing. They're doing a hell of a lot better than WWE in my book right now. Everything, stories. The stories have been phenomenal since January. If you look at what they have done in 2025 versus what WWE has done in 2025, it has been night and day. They have progressed the AEW championship and made that title feel huge for 10 months. For 10 whole months, they made that title. They didn't show it. You didn't know what the hell people were like, what? I don't remember what it looks like. I forgot what it looks like. And then you get it and you see the man that won it and crying. Yeah, because after 10 months, you finally get to see this belt. All that work is finally done. It's come full circle with this. AEW's been on freaking fire with what they're doing.
And just to continue that, we obviously need some contenders for your tag team titles as well. So we have a tag team eliminator tournament. And then the first match of that was on Dynamite. It was Jet Speed taking on FTR. FTR picks up the win with some underhanded tactics, thanks to Stoke. So yeah, they're into the second round. We'll find out who they face tomorrow night on Collision, which again, you mentioned it gives you a reason to watch Dynamite. This also gives you a reason to watch Collision.
Yes.
Who knows who the hell they're going to have to face? There's obviously another quarterfinal match tomorrow night on Collision. I haven't seen it announced yet, or not tomorrow night, Saturday night on Collision, to continue the tag team tournament. But I really, it has to end with FTR and the Hurt Syndicate, right? That's really the only way it can go, really.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I like this match too.
And I mean, it was a great match to get in there. I mean, obviously, we think it's going to be the Syndicate and FTR, and who knows what's going to happen there? Because obviously, the Syndicate's got a little turmoil of their own. After that match,
MJF problem.
I mean, you got Cope hiring them to take out FTR, which obviously means they're turning face.
Yep.
Because otherwise, why are you having one of the biggest baby faces hiring them to take out some of the biggest heels in the tag teams in FTR?
Yep.
Which obviously doesn't make Maxwell happy.
Nope. No, and that's what I'm saying. They got a Maxwell Jacob Freeman problem now.
Well, do they though, or did they not kick him out there Wednesday night?
I don't think they kicked him out. I think that was a warning. By Lashley. Lashley will give you a warning, and I believe Lashley. He scared the shit out of MJF. You can tell in that picture right there. MJF, he's like, oh goddamn!
Dude, if Bobby Lashley's grabbing my face like that, it's gonna scare the shit out of me too.
Yeah. No, I'm good, man. I'd be like, dear Lord, can I please not go to hell? All right, this dude's gonna kill me. Yeah, I'd be accepting whatever I need at that time.
But obviously, we talked about Hangman. You talked about people lurking like Darby and all those guys. MJF's lurking. Yeah, he's got that contract that he can sign at any point in time.
And he is the X Factor.
Coming after Hangman.
He is
100%.
Big time. And that's what I like about this contract business. It may be, and I'm tired of this narrative that people got going on. Oh, the contract's just the money in the bank without the briefcase. Shut up, Meg. Okay?
It is.
It is.
That's necessarily a bad thing.
It's not. Okay? It's not a bad thing.
Wrestling has copied everybody since the dawn of time.
Listen, history has done the same thing. The Romans didn't become great by freaking looking at the Carthaginian, whatever, looking at the Punics and saying, "Listen, we're gonna make that boat," and they did it. They made it. They copied and pasted. How do you say it? Carthage? I can't say that. I know it's Carthage, but
I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
The history, man. I love history. I'm trying to tie it in there.
We need to start a new segment. The history hour with Sped or something. That'd
be great. That'd be great though. The history hour with Sped would be that right there. He knows what I'm talking about.
It looks like Carthaginians is what you were trying to say.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Yeah, that's a crucifixion. All right, they're gonna crucify my ass for that.
Tell us about the last match on your slide.
Hold on. Well, we can go over. We already did those last. We already did.
Oh, did we?
One. Yeah.
Thought we had the one on the bottom left. Never mind.
No, we already did.
Well, there you go. Tell us about this one.
Well, which one? You want to start with the Tony Storm match? Because that was a great one.
Whatever your heart desires.
All right. Well, no, let's go with the banger. Because Briscoe versus Claudio, man, that right there had me on my edge of my seat the whole bloody time. And I love that picture on the bottom right there, bottom right there. That is sick right there. Going with the boom right in it. All right. I know everyone tells me that I sound like that guy at Bramble on Briscoe and stuff, but it makes sense. If you didn't watch this match, You missed out on a banger. I'm telling you, man, because we talk about Rusev versus Sheamus being a banger. These two, I could watch all day with some popcorn. I don't even like popcorn. All right. T.O. used to say back in the day, get your popcorn ready. This is what he was talking about. Right here. Right here is what he was talking about. You get your popcorn ready for that. So what do you think about that match right there, though?
I mean, it's Briscoe, it's Claudio, again, it's a banger. I mean, I've loved Claudio,
Yes.
even as Cesaro before all that. I mean, and I'm learning more about Briscoe. I have not followed him as long as I have Claudio. But yeah,
he's reaching for the
I don't
sky.
know. I don't know. The dude puts on bad matches. I really don't.
He's reaching for the damn sky in this singles run that he has, man.
Oh, he's definitely reaching for the sky. Coming off the rope.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. What'd you think of your girl getting some TV time again? National TV time. We've been begging TK for months for this, begging him, and we finally get some TV time.
It's the dumbest thing, but every time she says Tonti Storm,
yeah,
I laugh out loud.
It's hilarious to me. I love it.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
It is. It's great though, but at the same time, we got a strong showing from Starks. Starks looked amazing in the match against Toni Storm. Toni Storm uses her veteran savviness, definitely gets the win there. And then Athena, yeah, she's lurking in the background. We just said MJF lurking in the background, and this might be legit the best female wrestler in the world. Might be, because she's got the prettiest finisher in the world. She's
definitely got the best finisher in the world.
Fucking smooth in that damn ring. And she's made that Ring of Honor Women's Championship feel huge. Okay. Yeah. So I'm ready to see what she does with the AEW Championship, the AEW Women's Championship. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, I'm ready for it. She can't cash that thing in soon enough.
No, God. Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but God, I can't wait.
Yep. And you did mention next week a huge AEW World Championship match. The rematch from All In, Hangman taking on Jon Moxley. We're not really doing official predictions because obviously it's just Dynamite, but what do you think happens?
Look, you just said it. There's going to be 1,200 fans there, and it's going to sound like 47,000. All right? This match is going to be a banger. These 1,200 people, or whatever the max capacity is, 2,000, whatever it is, they're going to get a banger. It doesn't matter.
Do you think at any point, because obviously, and they've come out and said in interviews and things like that Hangman was never the original plan?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't the original. I don't think he was.
Is there a chance? Well, they've said he hasn't. Is there a chance they put the belt back on Moxley so they can let Darby finish the story like they originally planned?
No. And I think the reason why is this. You said it a couple weeks ago. Darby and Mox don't need that title because they already have the story there. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want Darby versus Hangman later on, or Darby versus somebody else, if you put Darby versus Hangman, you're basically saying this is AEW versus AEW. Two AEW originals going at it, double or nothing. Or all in, all out, whatever the next big ass pay-per-view is for AEW. You put that on the card, and you have a game changer without the Athena. You have a game changer. And then you have MJF, another AEW original that could get in this match. So think about it in that perspective. You have the four pillars, who Hangman was never really a pillar, but look at him now. He's a pillar. I don't care what anyone says, right? Sammy's not the pillar no more. It's not Jungle Boy. It's Darby Allin, fucking MJF, and Hangman. You got three pillars right there. Who's number four? I can't think of a fourth male right now.
Swerve, maybe?
I'm talking about originals, not from WWE.
Oh, original?
Yeah. Like young, like those guys. You know what I'm saying? So you got those three guys.
You'd have to say it'd have to be somebody like Daniel Garcia.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not thrilled with Daniel Garcia, but he's still there.
He is still there. But I'm saying, though, like, you got all these guys, and Yeah, but during the Punic War, the Romans did cheat off their boat. That's what I meant by copy and paste.
So
But yeah,
I do know. I have heard of Phoenicians. Maybe that's where maybe I just haven't heard them.
Yeah, that was the Romans calling them. They called them Phoenicians, and it was the Punic War, and the real term is Carthage, and it's weird. But listen, one of my favorite generals of all time is from Carthage, and it's Hannibal. What's up? Yeah. But yeah, I'm. There's a lot different ways you could do the Darby Allin stuff, and I think Chokeslam said something about it as well. Darby and Mox don't need the title because Darby Mox has the story already without that title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Appreciate you coming in, Tommy. Definitely, we talked about Hogan passing away earlier in the show.
Yep.
Thank you for your comment and obviously for your thoughts. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Next up, we've got the Twitter post of the week, and I will let you go with it.
All right. So basically, this the WWE. You get fired from WWE, you get a severance pay, right? And it used to be in full, right? Now they cut it to half, like 2 weeks. You only get paid for 2 weeks. The question going around X right now, and the question I'm going to ask you guys: does TKO care about their employees, WWE employees? Because WWE employees get treated differently than the UFC fighters. So that's the question to you guys: does TKO care enough about their WWE employees after, do they value their employees? Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, they're a huge corporation. I mean, let's be honest. How many jobs have severance pay at all?
Not a lot. That's called.
I can tell you. I can tell you. I've lost jobs and nobody's offered me any severance pay.
Exactly. That's called unemployment.
Do they care about them as much as the WWF cared about their employees before? Probably not, because it was, for lack of a better term, it was family business.
It was.
We can say a lot of things about the family that ran it, but for a long time, it was family business.
Oh yeah, family owned.
So unless you piss the family off, see CM Punk, and you get your shit on your wedding day.
That crap was hilarious.
They offered severances and everything like that. They were huge.
Yeah. People
have to understand now that WWE is not run the same way anymore. They're run by just a corporation. And they're going to, and I guarantee you, I would almost bet that other TKO employees have to do the same thing. It's not just a WWE thing. We focus on it because we're wrestling.
Yep.
But I guarantee you, every other TKO employee goes through the same thing.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to say they don't care about them any less than they do anybody else. I just think they're getting them in line with the rest of their company.
I believe Conor McGregor said something about it years ago about their severance pay if they got fired from the UFC or TKO itself. I know Matt Riddle never got one. I know
and we say that. So the non-compete and stuff that they sign, they still get. I mean, like that's why I never got this one, because you're still under the no compete and you still get paid. So I don't know. Is this for like internal employees, like non-talent?
I don't know. Like from what I've read on the comments and stuff, it was more for the guys like say Dawn, who just got released. Right? She got released. She got paid for 2 weeks of that month that she was there.
Okay, so you're talking about off-screen talent, like writers and production and stuff.
No. Isa Dawn. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, she just got released.
Okay,
Isla. Yeah, she got released and only got paid for 2 weeks of that time that she was there during that month. The final month and stuff. And that's where a lot of this came from. Was people are now coming out saying, "Hey, I got released, but I didn't get paid for the full month like I was promised." And instead I got paid for 2 weeks out of that month. Yeah. So now they're like, what the fudge is going on? And that's why I put that one in here. I was going to put in other stuff that was going on. But just a lot of things happened so fast this week.
If this is the way that they do other realms of their business, then I'm not going to say it's them not caring. I'm saying that it's going to get them under their corporate model.
It's business.
Whether you want to get into... Yeah, whether you're going to get into whether they care or not, that's a whole different story.
Yep.
I just think they're trying to get them in line with everything else that they've got going on. If they are doing this as a special case, and they don't do it with other employees and other TKO members, I guess, then there may be something
I
weird.
believe they do it. I believe they do it because I know Rogan's talked about it on his podcast. And I know Dana White's talked about severance pay before in interviews.
Then I think it's just WWE needs to get over it because
I think
it's a whole new world of business now.
I think the fans really need to get over it more than anything
and I know that sounds harsh, but
it does.
WWE shouldn't be treated any different than UFC or anything else that TKO owns.
Exactly.
That's all part of a sale and a corporate merger and everything like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And again,
I know
if I got fired tomorrow, I'm not getting a severance pay at all.
Exactly. Same here. I could have put out the Brock Lesnar news, but I didn't want to end a down note. Yeah, this is actual debating right here. We can actually debate this. Yeah,
I don't even know what Brock Lesnar news you're talking about because I don't care.
Oh, well, then you can't spoil it? Okay.
Sure, I don't give a shit.
He's been banned from WWE.
Nice. That's all I got.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I could have put that
That's
up
why I'm glad you didn't put it up there because I would have been, okay, I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care about Brock Lesnar news right now.
We could debate this so much more than the whole Lesnar BS. TKO banned his ass.
That's fine. So, good job.
I figured they were going to do that sooner or later anyway. They had a problem with him at the end of his UFC run.
Who knows? Speaking of people who are not banned, that brings us to our matchmaker of the week. I have 4 global superstars. Up at the top, you have David Finlay, you have Konosuke Takeshita, you have Moose, and you have Braun Breaker. 4 different companies, kind of, even though Finlay and Takeshita both wrestle for New Japan. Takeshita's technically an AEW employee. That's our Fatal 4-Way this week. I'm going to say it's like a no-holds-barred match just because these are all crazy talented wrestlers. Who you got, buddy?
First off, thank you, Chokeslam Wrestling Report, for this one. You won out on my tweet thing that I put my post I put out there for this. You had more views. That's how I went with it. Everybody had the same amount of likes. You just had more views, so that's why you won. So Chokeslam Wrestling Report, thank you for this right here. This is his birth child. Our current
AEW champion, AEW Predictions champion.
Everyone knows who I'm going with on this one. It's the man that's closest to me. All right, I will always pick my number 1 wrestler in the world, Takeshita. At one point, I couldn't even say his name right, but now I can.
You still can't.
Right? I still can't. I can't say it, he said. But still, I will go with Takeshita because that's my favorite wrestler in the world.
You're closer than you ever have been. So
oh, my God,
I'm proud of you there.
I am, trying, okay? I've been doing Japanese Rosetta Stone for the last month. All right, I'm trying, okay? I know what baka means now, okay? And that's bad. But look, I like all these guys. Finlay and Takeshita would go rounds all day. Breaker and Moose.
Pretty sure they have.
They have. That's what I'm saying. They can still do it. Breaker and Moose would kill each other on the outside. I can see a spear galore between the two if they really wanted to. A spear party. One spear in Takeshita, one spear in Finlay, and then one spear in, just going back with it. So it just beats the hell out of the guy the most. But at the end of the day, I'm going Takeshita because he is number uno in all of wrestling in my book.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you ready for mine?
If you go with the Georgia boy, I'm going to be surprised.
Are you ready for mine?
Yeah.
Other than the fact you didn't say his name right, I agree with you 100%.
That's what I'm talking about.
I agree with you. Takeshita.
Takeshita.
That's how you say his name. Konosuke Takeshita.
Konosuke. I already fucked that one up.
Yes. But just let it go. You just sit there and look pretty right now.
Yeah.
I agree. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, if not the number 1 best wrestler in the world. He's definitely up there, top 2 or 3, nonetheless. I don't know as much about David Finlay. I've seen a few of his matches. I haven't seen it extensively as I have the other 3. Moose obviously is a freak. You've seen him on NXT. He's been on TNA. He just lost to Leon Slater. We mentioned earlier his X Division title. Probably going to be going for the TNA title soon. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Trick Williams. He's already been in NXT. I would love to see that match. You've got the Georgia boy you mentioned, Braun Breaker, who is the future of the WWE. But that's the future we're talking about right now today. And right now today, Inosuke Takeshita is the best wrestler in the world. So I think he takes it. He wins the Fatal 4-Way. Hopefully he wins the G1,
Oh my
which
God,
he is
please.
currently in right now.
Please let
and
him
then
win
goes
the
to
G1.
Forbidden Door.
Let him win the G1, please. Saber Jr. versus Takeshi.
Except
Whatever.
they're in the same bracket, so they can't face off.
Oh my God. That's right.
They'd have to be in the semis because they can't
Yeah.
face off the final.
I don't care. That's still going to be a good one. I forgot they were in the same bracket. God damn it. That's still going to be good. God. Oh, man. Shut up and take my money. That's all I got to say on that one. Yeah. Like, I'm the Meg in this situation. Okay.
Well, don't shut up just yet because we do have one more segment, which is the final word with Sped. So this is the point where I say good night and thank you. I appreciate everybody coming in. Isaiah, Tommy, Randy, TC, Lady Alpha, Herb and Raj, anybody else I've missed, Michael from Kicking Attitude. Thank you guys so much for coming in and joining us. Ending your wrestling week with us. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We are trying to get more and more subscribers on here on YouTube. We're currently at 209. But just like I always do, man, thank you guys so much. I love doing this with Sped, and I love doing this with you guys in the comments. Make sure you tune in next week, same time, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. We are going to have our SummerSlam predictions. Keep us close on X at _Big Mike 27. We are going to be kind of going over the format for SummerSlam. It's going to be a little different. So make sure you guys keep tuned for that as well. And then next Friday, Herb and Rods will join us as we explain SummerSlam to a couple of casual fans, for lack of a better term. That will be next Friday night, probably 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. So big week for us next week coming into SummerSlam. Thank you guys so much. And I will turn it over to Sped for the final word.
All right. First off, if you're a veteran or a first responder, use the QR code. Football season's coming up. Basketball season's coming up. You can get 4 tickets for under $20 to go see these games. College is on there. So yes, Mike, I'll probably be coming down to Alabama so we can go to Tuscaloosa. I hope I said that right. Tuscaloosa. Which one is it? Tuscaloosa. That's what it is.
It's the final word with Sped.
It's Tuscaloosa. I'm asking you a question now.
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa.
Also known as Titletown.
I don't know if that. I think that's Green Bay. But still, yeah, I hit
Who's
those.
won more titles?
I don't know. I don't know.
Alabama has.
Alabama. But yeah, use those codes and also use if you're on Glitch, use promo code RUNIN, RUN-IN, just spelt the way same right there. It's 10% off. And last thing I want to say is happy birthday, brother. I love you. I miss you. You know, you helped me start Sped Rock years ago. You're my best friend. And it's been a hell of a long run without you for the last 3 years. So I love you, Matt. And thank you. It was supposed to be your 34th today. And I'll keep it holding down for you, man. So happy birthday. Didn't think I was going to be able to do this on your birthday ever. And I'm kind of glad I did. So rest in peace, brother. Love you. And good night, everybody.